Okay, so I want to say I apologize. I uploaded a video like 2 weeks ago and there was no audio. Oops. This is why you have to listen to things before you put them out. I have this wonderful habit where I make a video and that's the last time I ever hear what it actually is saying. So when I record the video, I put it on my phone, then I send it to my laptop, and once I send it to my laptop and put it through CapCut, I don't look at it again. So I didn't check the audio, that's my bad. But anyway, if you can guess, I'm not in my dorm anymore, so it's a little difficult for me to decide where I'm going to record, but the environment is better in terms of like ambient sounds. I think it's much quieter, which would be better for me speaking and you being an active listener, obviously. And the other thing is, this is like exposure therapy. I definitely don't feel like doing this at all, but I just have this continued dream of being visible in a sense, and so it's not something that will happen when I wake up and everyone will know who I am. It's definitely something that requires me doing new things, putting myself out there, maybe being on LinkedIn, which I haven't decided on doing, but yeah, so here's me being visible. And as I do my makeup, which hopefully will have proper cuts in it so that it's not like 30 minutes. It's probably not going to be 30 minutes regardless, but I'm going to try and say the things that I probably said in my last video where my face was beat, and then I'll show you the end result because my older sister gave me her makeup tutorial because one day she did my makeup and it was so good. This is where I put the picture. Do you see? Obviously, the other thing is that I'm not that bad at vlogging and being public, but I'm also not that good. And I've been more afraid of the not good part, which is like the most conquerable part. Not being that good is really easy to overcome by doing it over and over again. So if I can just get through all the bad videos and the poor editing, you know, I'll make it to the finish line. I mean, what's that quote? It's like, yeah, there's something in my eye. Let's the quote where it's like, if you only had 30 failures left, how fast would you fail? And you know, obviously the answer is supposed to be, oh, I would do it so fast. But here is me failing, quote unquote, or doing something beneath my personal standard, which is egotistic, by the way, I think, in some fashion, for me to say this beneath my own standard. It's something I've never done before. But yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna edit this video. I'm gonna listen to it this time. Hopefully there's an audio, and I hope you all enjoy. Anyway, let's get started. I've already done the bronzer, the blush, and then I have this skin tone. I don't have a foundation. I do have a foundation actually. I just lied to you, but I don't use it ever. I use a skin tint because it's just so ooh. So I have my skin tint on. I need to blend it all in. Then I'm gonna do my under eye. For the under eye, when my sister did it, she had a lighter concealer than me, and I loved it. I loved the way it like brightened up my face. So I have this one that I used to use all the time, and then I'm gonna use this one. This will be like towards the outside of my eye where the cheekbones meet, and then this will be for the inner eye. And I just started thinking about my anatomy class because I do know how to say some of these bones. There's like the mandible, zygomatic process, zygomatic bone. Don't play with me. I loved anatomy and microbiology. Actually, one time, sidetracked, sorry. I'm gonna blend all this in and then start the foundation. So, can you tell I don't have professional experience? Actually, who cares? I feel like I've already said this before, but one time I was in the gym and I was dancing and stretching and ending my workout. And when I was done, this girl came up to me and she was like, oh my goodness, how long have you been a ballet dancer? And I said, no. Oh, I got my braces off. I wanted to say that. I don't know if I said that before because, again, I don't listen to what I upload. I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to start listening to what I upload. But yeah, I got my braces off. Anyway, I was in the gym, and she was like, oh my gosh, how long have you been dancing? And I told her, I don't do dance in that way, which is not true. I've also overcome that false idea. By the way, I am a dancer. I've been a dancer since I was a child. I do accept that. But yeah, it's just, oh, I just got a text message. This is a little sporadic. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I got a text message, but don't mind it anyway. Yeah, I think it's just really important for me to embrace being a beginner. I don't know why my finish is out here. I don't like being a beginner, okay? I don't. I work really hard to make it look like I know my stuff. And I don't like looking like I don't. That's really basic. But, it's time to get over that. I know I look funny right now. And that's okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Also, I'm going somewhere this summer, and I'm going to be the only black girl. I am excited, and I am nervous. I'm excited to be entirely myself and show up the way that I always do. And because I'm the only black person, obviously that means a lot of my Howard friends and cohort mates aren't going to be there. So I get to be whoever I choose. I'm really excited for that. I just realized that I was silent for like a minute, so sorry. Also, sorry if you can hear the fan. But yes, I glued this fan because I found it in my room, because obviously I went to college and it was like my room was the extra storage unit, so everyone put all their stuff on my side of the room. But I found this fan. It's super cute, so I hot glued one of the pieces of paper back to the rod. It wasn't hot glue. I found wood glue. I was gonna do hot glue, but I decided against it because I found the wood glue. Although the wood glue was quite sticky. Anyway, my sister told me that I need to let my concealer dry, because she saw me do my routine and she was like, it doesn't look like you let it dry. And I was like, what for? And she was like, we shouldn't see your under eye, even though I kind of like being able to see my under eye. Haha. Is there highlighter on this? That's fine. But yeah, I might use this one actually. Yeah, okay. But the other thing she told me to do was to use the same blender I use for my skin tint on the darker shades so that it blends better with the rest of my face. Also, this is concealer. Nope, it's contour. I didn't know that contour was like red pink. I don't know why I thought it was going to be just a dark brown. But when I put it on the first time, I said, oh no, I have no clue what I'm doing. Okay, I have to lock in. 𝙒𝙗𝙖𝙣𝙣𝙚. Sorry, LOL. Oh yeah, if you didn't know about me, I am fluent in Spanish and I love learning languages. Part of the reason I love learning languages is because I am 𝙒𝙗𝙗, which is soul and African American, or there is another term that's socially acceptable. I think it's soul and autochthonous people. It's just like saying we're also indigenous to the land, or at least this land, the version of land that America is now, is like 100% in part, 100% due to the enslaved Africans at the time, and I am part of that group of people. And so learning other people's language, in part because I feel insecure knowing that English is my native language and there's not a replacement for me. Like, I don't want to learn Swahili, for example, which I did start learning in my first semester of college for like 2 days, but 𝙭𝑢 𝑛𝑖 𝑑𝑎𝑑𝑎 sawa. I don't know why I remember that. I just do. Hold on, let me do the inner corner. Yay. Okay. Then she told me to switch to the small brush for the part closer to my eye. Hold on, guys. But yes, I love learning languages, partly because I feel a deficit not having a language other than English, and I think that's where a lot of the issue comes from when outsiders are looking at African American people, or specifically Solon people. There's a lot of issues. I think one, calling ourselves black and using that word to define both the race and the culture has created an issue where most people say, oh yeah, but they really just mean culturally they're black along with their original ethnicities. But obviously black people can't say I'm black, and so when we're saying black, we mean that we're racially black and we're culturally black. But most people are talking about culturally, so when people come on the internet and like, oh, you're not black, people are like, no, I am black culturally, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about both the race and the culture aspect, because it's easy for you to dip into the culture without acknowledging the race, if that makes sense. And then the other issue is the invalidation because we don't have a separate language, and because European and white people are still in America. Like, a lot of the time you get colonized and then the majority of the white people leave, but it's unique in the sense that the white people didn't leave America and neither did the black people. So it's easy for someone outside to be like, oh well, why are the white people still here, and oh well, why isn't there another language for you all to adopt and make your own, when in fact English is the language that we adopted and made our own through AAVE, which to some, Thomas Sowell, whom he thinks is substandard English. Saying it's substandard English takes away the aspect where it is a separate language. It's not substandard English, because there's no way for you to tell me how much English needs to deviate from substandard English for it to be a separate language. Like, it's just a different language. Substandard English isn't a thing. AAVE is its own entity. So that's the other issue. But yeah, that's part of the reason I learn languages, because I feel some sense of emptiness, but also because I enjoy seeing people feel seen without me looking at them. Like, if I speak your language, it's easy for you to become comfortable and to feel like a member of a community, because I've taken the time to learn the words that make sense for you, learn the way that they're supposed to be said, even colloquially, and learn the culture that comes with certain words. Like, wait, I don't want to curse on here, never mind. I was going to say a Spanish curse word that's used. It's not really a curse word. I think it's like 𝙒𝙗𝙖𝙗𝙖𝙗, or some fruit. I'm probably going to cut that out because I butchered that, but that's okay. I won't. But, they just use that instead because it's like cursing that out, but it's not as potent in a sense. And knowing things like that and choosing to use certain words, it kind of makes people feel home, and I want to offer that to other people. Okay, I think it's good. I'm gonna blend this, and I'm sorry I butchered that pronunciation. My Spanish is typically better than that, or maybe it's not, and that's okay. See what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, see how bright it is now? I'm telling you, I promise I speak Spanish. I butchered that, and that's okay. That's okay that I did that. Okay, I'm telling you right now. Also, I'm tired of being bashful. I do it a lot. I think that's how I was raised, because it's socially acceptable for you to put yourself down because people don't understand what real humility is. But I don't need to put myself down at all. I'm done doing it. It sucks, because it's like you're lying to yourself, and lying to yourself really does destroy your confidence. I almost didn't do this vlog, but I was like, oh, I said I was going to, so I should. I want to come up to the camera so that I can blend this to my forehead, but I don't feel like doing a close-up right now. See, like, we're getting somewhere. You just have to be patient. But yeah, that's part of the reason I love learning languages. Like, I'm learning Arabic right now. I was thinking about saying something in Arabic, but I don't want to embarrass myself anymore. But actually, embarrassment is not a thing. Everything is made up. What time is it? It's the afternoon. What is it? Is it? I think it's Masa al-Sakir. مرحبا اسمي شباد وأنتي. See, I'm learning. Oh, I shouldn't have laughed. My concealer. That's okay. But yeah, I like learning things, but that's not true. I like the end product. you know, I don't like the process. But I realize that I have to be honest in order to feel like I belong somewhere, because it used to be so bad. The summer before my freshman year, people would ask me all the time after having academic discussions. They were like, oh, well, what do you think? And I'd just be like, no comment. Mind you, I had many things to say. And, and I would wonder, like, dang, why don't I feel like I belong in the cohort or, like, with this group of people? It's because they don't know me. They don't understand what irritates me, what I'm passionate about, what I want to speak on, my opinions. And I'm just not vulnerable enough for me to feel like I belong somewhere. So I'm working on that. This vlog, I'm really having her pull a lot of weight for somebody who only posts every other week. But I think I can work up to every week. I don't know. We'll see. Wow. I might cut and finish my makeup so I can speak freely, because I had things I wanted to say. Oh my gosh, I had so many things I wanted to say. Okay, hold on. I'm probably not going to do it all, but I'm going to put blush back on top of this, bake my eyes, finish making sure my forehead is in like a completely different color. Boom. I'm actually not done, but I'm getting there. Okay, if none of that makes sense, please debate me, ask me a question, because I had the idea of what I wanted to say, and it might not have come out the right way because, you know, I'm a little camera shy, and that topic is really close to my heart as a salon. Like, a lot of people don't even accept the term, and it's easy when you're not lacking what I am. Not that I am lacking, like, oh, what was me? It's just like, my inability to trace exactly where I'm from, to what line, to this people and this group really does strike a chord. Hold on. I imagine myself having more decorum, but it doesn't look like I do, and that's fine. I'll figure it out. But I don't want people to think that I'm unprofessional and just saying whatever comes to my mind, and it's just under the guise of me perfecting myself and getting better, when there's no guise. I really am passionate about these things, and sometimes the words don't come out the right way. But all in all, these are my beliefs. I do believe that language makes community stronger because it increases visibility, and I do feel some type of way about not having a second language aside from English, standard English. And I am nervous about going to this school for the summer where I'll be the only black girl. I haven't decided on what hairstyle I want to do. I could do my afro. It's just high maintenance. And I want research to be the focus. But honestly, in order for research to be the focus, I have to be the focus, because my story and my why for doing research is unique to my culture, my hair even. That is really close to why I do a lot of things that I do. So never mind, I can't really separate the two. But yeah, I hope that the sound is on, because I'm not checking. If the sound isn't on, I'm just going to record it again with my makeup done. I also, one thing my sister asked me about, I don't like doing my eyelashes all the way across, because I like the lift that I get when I do it only on the outside. Where is it? 어디가요? But I'll do it her way, because she's older and, you know. Oop. But yeah, yay! at the finish line. Whoop, whoop. I don't know why this bottom left corner is, begging to be seen in this way. Hey, it's kind of cute. Okay. I want to pin my hair so it's a little more hairline visible. Hold on. But yeah. Yay! I also saw a video and it was saying that one of the reasons you don't have the opportunities is because you're not visible enough. I think he's famous. He has an internet presence. He just graduated from Columbia and he's 20. He has or had 3 jobs and one of them was his, I don't know, I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. I feel bad about not knowing his name, but it's kind of cute. I'm gonna do my edges because I want to. Anyway, if y'all could help me out for my hair, I'm either gonna braid it myself, get someone else to braid it, find a wig and buy one, like a V-part wig. I've never done a wig before though, so maybe not that option, or just go natural. I doubt I'm going natural, honestly. Not because I don't like my natural. It's just I don't feel like starting off natural from the get-go because I don't know who's going to be braiding where I'm going. But yeah, I think that'll be it. I've been thinking about doing these braids. It sounds like I'm going to do braids. So we're going to braid, then take them out, and then I'm just going to do natural the rest of the way, which is cool because I can do my natural hair. But honestly, when I say I can do my natural hair, I'm going to put it out a lot. I'm going to let the fro because I'm not going to put that much tension on my hair. Oh, I thought something was missing. Hold. I always like to just blink too much. Hold on, guys. Because one time I did it and my mascara came off on my eyes and I was devastated. It was like, you gotta be kidding me. Do you guys watch the new K-drama? Nope. Okay. Anyway. Why do I keep getting Instagram notifications? Is that my sister? She might be sending me reels. I'm thinking something's going down. Do you guys notice these 2 sides? Oh wait, that's not bad. Sorry for making that noise. Oh. Also, why did my internship coordinator put me on blast? This was I told her about my vlog in the interview because I said it helps me dismantle certain limiting beliefs that I have about myself, and it's fun for me to try new things, get out there, and maybe find opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise. She is going to come into the meeting, like our Zoom mixer for the internship, and be like, not to put you out there, but Logan has a vlog. Well, I'm surely out there now, girl. Thanks. But you go, girl. Anyway, this is the final look. I think it's cute. Yay. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, okay. I remember what I was going to say. I'm actually going to celebrate myself for a good 3 seconds. I am really proud of myself for... Oh, that was 3. I'm kidding. I'm really proud of myself for pushing through my sophomore year. I am officially a junior chemical engineering major, mathematics minor. Thank you. I'm so happy I finished. And as much as I struggled, I really did learn something. I learned that I can have fun and still succeed in some ways, honestly. Did I have a little too much fun to kind of cope with the things going on in my life? Yes. But there's a balance, and I'm getting there. I used to think there was no balance and it had to be all school. That's not true. that's what they said, and I didn't believe them. But after living, okay, it's not true. I can have a little bit of this. And you know what? Not to give advice because I'm not professional nor licensed. I could have had more fun. I could have made more of a mess. Not sophomore year specifically. I just mean in life. I could have done a little more. I played safe. I was nice. I was cool. I could have done a little worst. Worst? I could have done a little more. You know. Seize the day a little better. But all is well in Logan land, as many call it. What is Logan land? But okay. I guess I'll show pictures too. Ciao. Hasta pronto, eh? Yeah. I know at one point I did put something there where I need to show a picture of something. And I was like, this is where I put my picture. Anyway. Besos. Bye.